Hello students, welcome to our mathematics class. Today we will learn about subtractions of fractions. In our first class, we have learned addition of fractions. The techniques that we use to add fractions is same as the technique that we will use for subtractions of fractions. So there will be no difficulty in learning this method. We can easily do subtractions of fractions as we have learned the addition process of fractions. Okay. In the process of addition of fraction, first we had learned how to add like fractions. In this video also we learn how to how to subtract like fraction. First we will learn the subtractions in case of like fractions. What are the like fractions? You may have remembered that like fractions are the fractions having same denominator. Fractions having same denominators. Okay. So in case of additions, we are just writing the denominator and the numerators were being added. So in the case of subtractions also, 4 upon 7 minus 1 upon 7, we will have same denominator 7 here. We will simply write the denominator 7, and in case of numerator, there will be 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That's why final answer will be 3 upon 7. So when 1 upon 7 is subtracted from 4 upon 7, we will get 3 upon 7. Here you can see that the denominators were same. That's why we have written the same denominators. It is a case of like fraction, and the numerators here that was 4 and 1. So 4 minus 1, that is 3. Let's see the other example. 5 upon 8 minus 2 upon 8. This is also case of like fractions because it has same denominator 8. Simply write 8 here and just subtract 2 from 5. So 5 minus 2, that is 3. So 3 upon 8 is the correct answer, or you can say this is the process of like fractions. So we can write the denominator as same, and just we have to subtract. We have to do the subtraction process on the numerator. Now we have 7 upon 11 minus 2 upon 11. We are subtracting 2 upon 11 from 7 upon 11. So in this process also we will write the denominator as same, that is 11, and in the next denominator there will be also 11, and in case of numerators we have to do the subtraction process, that is 7 minus 2. So 7 minus 2, that is 5. So 5 upon 11 is the correct answer. So this is the case of like fractions. You can do the subtraction process easily. There is no any difficulty. Suppose you have a example you have any other example like 3 upon 8 minus 1 upon 8. You can clearly say that there will be denominator 8, and in the numerator that will be 3 minus 1. So 2 by 8 or 2 upon 8 is the answer. Okay. Likewise, suppose you have 5 upon 7 and you are subtracting 3 upon 7, we can say the denominator will be 7 and the numerator there will be 5 minus 3, so it will be 2 upon 7. Suppose there is 9 upon 13 and 5 upon 13, then what will be the answer? 13 will be in the denominators, and the numerators there will be 9 minus 5, that will be 4 upon 13. So in this way you can easily do the subtractions process in case of fractions. Let's see the process of subtractions in case of unlike fractions. So in case of unlike fractions, let's have a small discussion on addition process. In case of unlike fractions, in case of additions, we are making them like fractions, and the process of making like fractions is to take the LCM of the denominator. The same techniques will be followed here. So there will be no any difference in the techniques, just the process is different. That time we were adding, and here we have subtraction process, so we will subtract 3 upon 5 and 7 upon 20. We have the fractions. We are subtracting 7 upon 20 from 3 upon 5. You can clearly see that the denominators are different here. So this is case of unlike fraction. Let's try to calculate its LCM. And as we have 5 and 20, we know that 20 is multiple of 5. So LCM will be 20. Without any further calculations, we can simply say that here the LCM will be 20. So LCM we have now determined the LCM, that is 20. Now we will try to make their denominator 20 in both cases, and the one denominator is already 20, so we will not change that. But in first fractions 3 upon 5, the denominator is 5. how to make that 20? Just we have to multiply 4 in denominator, also in numerator. So the first fractions will be 3 times 4, that is 12, and 5 times 4, that is 20. 12 upon 20. Okay, the first fractions has become which was 3 upon 5, that has been converted into 12 upon 20, and 7 upon 20 is same as 7 upon 20 here. Now we have the fractions of case of like fractions. In both cases we have the denominator 20. So simply we will write 20 in the denominator, but in case of numerator 12 minus 7, and 12 minus 7 is 5. So now we have 5 upon 20 is the answer, but you can write it in simplest form. 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20, or you can write it 1 upon 4. So this is the process of subtractions. You can see here we have fractions with two different denominator. That's why we determined LCM, and we converted them to like fractions. After conversion to them to like fractions, further subtraction process can be done. Let's see other example. Subtract 3 upon 4 from 5 upon 6, and here we have to subtract 3 upon 4 from 5 upon 6. That's why 5 upon 6 will be written in the first place, then negative signs or subtraction sign, then 3 upon 4. So here you can clearly see that we have two different denominators 6 and 4, and as we have two different denominators, we will have to take their LCM, and LCM is here 12. So now we will try to make their denominator 12. How to make their denominator 12? As we have 5 upon 6, we will multiply 2 in case of numerators and denominators, so that the denominator will become 12, and in case of 3 upon 4, we have to multiply 3 in case of numerator and denominator, so that the denominator will become 12. Now we have 5 into 2, that is 10, and 6 into 2, that is 12. It is also 3 times 3, that is 9. 4 3 is 12. So now we have converted the fractions into like fraction. The first two fractions were unlike, and we have converted them to like fractions. And now as we have like fractions, we can do the subtractions process very easily. As we have 12 in the denominator, just write simply 12, and in the numerator 10 minus 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. So 1 upon 12 is the answer for this subtractions of fractions. Next, see another questions. Just see it again. When you will have two different denominator, we have to take the LCM, and we have to make first them like fractions. After making them like fractions, further calculations will be done. Simplify 8 whole 1/4 minus 2 whole 5/6. So how to do this process? Here we have the cases of two mixed fractions. And you know that the mixed fractions can be converted into improper one. So first we converted them to improper fractions. 4 8s are 32. Let's see it clearly here. 4 8s are 32. 32 plus 1, that is 33. That's why it has been written as 33 upon 4. And for 2 whole 5/6, 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 5, 17. So 17 upon 6. So it has been written as 17 upon 6. Now we have two different denominators in of the fractions 4 and 6. So let's take LCM of 4 and 6. You know that how to calculate the LCM. You will get LCM as 12. So we need to make the denominator 12. How to make the denominator 12? In case of 4, we have to multiply 3, so that it will become 12. And in case of 6, we have to multiply 2, so that the denominator will become 12. So in the further calculations, 33 into 3, that will be 99. And in the denominator, we will get 12. So 17 into 2, that is 34. In the denominator, we will get 12. Now we have converted the fractions into like fractions. From this step, we will follow the process that we have learned. Just we have to write the denominator as 12, and in the numerator 99 minus 34, that is 65, and 65 upon 12 can be converted into mixed fractions as 12 5s are 60, and 12 5s are 60. So there will be 5 in the remainder. So how to write this process? Denominators will be 12. The quotient that we have written will be as a whole part, and the remainder will be on numerators. Okay. So this is 5 whole 5 upon 12. This is the answer of this subtractions process. So now we have learned also the process of subtractions in case of like fractions, also in case of unlike fractions. If there will be unlike fractions, then we have to take the LCM of the denominators and we have to make them first like fractions. After that we can do the subtractions process easily. Sometimes you may get the problems in this way. 5 whole 3 upon 2. Here we have whole numbers and we are trying to subtract fractions from that whole number. Okay, so this kind of problems can also be solved by the method that we have learned. Here 5 is just 5 upon 1. Okay, so it has denominator 1 and it has denominator 2. By thinking in this way, you can multiply the numerator that the denominator that here present here in 5 as in this way. As we have 5, we can multiply 2 in numerators and in case of also denominators. So this is the way to convert them to like fractions, but this process take time. Okay, let's try to understand the process. After that we will learn the short method also. We have 5 and we need to subtract 3 upon 2 from that. So how to convert 5 in a fraction form so that we will get 2 in the denominator. Here there is 2, just multiply 2 and divide also 2. So it will be 10 upon 2 and it is 3 upon 2. Now we have 5 which is equal to 10 upon 2 and there was 3 upon 2 which we need to subtract. So 3, let's try to subtract now. 3 upon 2 from 10 upon 2, there are same denominators, write 2 here and 10 minus 3, that is 7. So 7 upon 2 is the answer. But in this method you can see that we have done 1 2 3 step. We have done 3 steps, so it just take time. Okay, and in short method just mentally also you can solve that. What is the short method? When you are trying to subtract a fractions from whole number, just multiply the denominator with the whole number, that is 2 5s are 10, and subtract the numerator. It is the subtraction process. So 10 minus 3, that is 7. So 7 upon 2 is the answer. And next 4 minus 3 upon 5. So just multiply it. 5 4s are 20 and we have to subtract 3. So 20 minus 3, that is 17. 17 upon 5 is the answer. So this is the short method. You can easily do this. Again, this is of addition case. Also, this is a case of addition. So in this case, you have to add 4 3s are 12 and plus 7. Total will be divided by 4. 12 plus 7, that is 19. So answer will be 19 upon 4. And next 5 upon 2 plus 4. So simply just multiply the denominators with the whole part. 2 4s are 8. So in numerator 5 and there will be 8. Okay, 5 plus 8 by 2. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 upon 2 will be the answer. So this is short method. When you will get problem related to whole numbers and fractions and you have to add or subtract, you can follow this short method. So we have discussed many more things in this video. We have learned the process of subtractions in case of like fractions and also in case of unlike fractions. These all things we have discussed here. And now let's see the exercise sections of this chapter. Exercise 7.6. First question is based on addition and subtractions. You can clearly see that the problems are related to additions and some problems are related to subtractions. So you can easily do that. And from question number 2, there are word problems. Sarita bought 2/5 meter of ribbons and Lalita 3/4 meter of ribbons. What is the total length of the ribbon they bought? Here clearly it has been mentioned, so you have to find the total length. So in case of total length, you have to just add the fraction. Then was given one whole and half piece of cake, and Najma was given one whole and one third of piece of cake. Find the total amount. Here also it is clearly mentioned that you have to find the total amount of cake, so you have to add the fractions. And likewise, question number 6, we are skipping question number 4 and 5. You have to do it yourself. Let's see question number 6. A piece of wire, a piece of wire 7.8 meter long broke into two pieces. One piece was 1/4 meter long. How long is the other piece? The total length of the wire is given here, and one piece has been taken out, that is 1/4 meter. Then the other piece. So to find the other piece, we have to subtract. So in this way you have to do the word problems also. Question number 7, 8, 9. Think whether there will be additions or whether there will be subtractions. Only as we have learned two processes, the problems can be solved by using the two processes only, addition and subtraction. But you have to think whether addition is appropriate or whether the process will be subtractions. And the process of addition and subtractions you have already learned, so there will be no difficulty in solving this kind of problems. So today you have to complete the exercise 7.6.